Good afternoon, Bay Nation. Welcome to another episode of Fantasy Bay. I'm your host, Mike Williams. In this episode, we're going to be going over the buy low players. Players that underperformed in week 1, but we believe are going to be playing better in week 2 moving forward. Starting with the quarterback position, Aaron Rodgers is an absolute beast, and I definitely believe that week 1 was an outlier. He had a terrible game against New Orleans, and I definitely think he's going to have a bounce back. Go send out a trade offer for him. If anybody is wavering on Aaron Rodgers at all, grab him. Up next, we have Justin Herbert. I think that Justin Herbert had a mad game last week, but I do believe that moving forward, he is going to be absolutely incredible for your lineup. Up next, we have a wide receiver position. Mike Evans underperformed last week, and I definitely think that some people may be wavering on him. Oh, Antonio Brown is going to be the lead guy, or Chris Godwin's getting a lot of targets. I definitely think that Mike Evans is still going to be a focal point in this offense, and he's going to get those touchdowns. Up next, we have Courtland Sutton. I actually like Courtland Sutton as a standalone, but with Jerry Jeudy going down, I definitely think that he is going to be that lead guy. In week 1, he was being shadowed by Bradbury, and I definitely think that that affected his output in week 1. Up against Jacksonville is definitely going to be a bounce back game. Up next, Julio Jones. But as my friends would say, Julio! I definitely think that Julio Jones is an incredible player still. They paid him a ton of money, and I definitely think that they were going to get him more involved in this offense. They were not expecting Arizona's defense to be as good as it was, and neither were most of us, to be honest with you. Two players you're going to probably have a tough time getting, but I do think that if somebody is wavering on them, is a great grab. Allen Robinson and Calvin Ridley. They both had meh games last week, but I do still think that they're going to be more productive moving forward. If anybody's down on Allen Robinson and Calvin Ridley, I think that if you could get value for them, you should go grab them. Up next, we have the running back position. Aaron Jones is an incredible running back that did not have a good game last week, but neither did the rest of the Green Bay Packers. I definitely think you see a bounce back this week, and he's going to be much better. If you can grab him, go get him. Also, Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott is an incredible running back that ran up against the Bucs defense, and the Cowboys decided not to run the ball anymore because they weren't being productive on the ground. So they took it to the air, and it kind of took out Ezekiel Elliott. I definitely think that he's going to be better moving forward. Try to acquire him now before he faces the Chargers in a positive game script. I definitely think this is going to be a back and forth affair. Najee Harris is also a good buy low. He had a bad week last week, and I definitely think, considering he was on the field the entire game, his offensive outputs are definitely going to get better. I wouldn't worry about that. Definitely go get Najee Harris if anybody is wavering even a little bit. And a couple of players you may have a tough time getting, but if the fantasy owner is wavering at all, Derrick Henry and Austin Ekeler. They're both incredible. I definitely think they're going to be very involved in their offenses, and they had okay games. So if you see anybody that's wavering on Derrick Henry or Austin Ekeler and they're going to give you a solid value for them, definitely go grab them. And last but not least, the tight end position. Mark Andrews didn't have a great outing last week, and with Marquise Brown dinged up and the rest of the receiving core not really showing out, I definitely think that Mark Andrews is going to get a lot of targets moving forward, and if somebody's wavering on him, go grab him. Alright, and that's going to do it for my buy low candidates at week 2. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell down below. If you have any questions, don't forget to hit me up. Good luck in week 2. Peace.